Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're watching AMTV, Alternative Media Television. It is, of course, September 26, 2017. It must be serendipity because we just reported on this over here earlier this morning, how to survive the first 5 minutes of a nuclear attack. And now this just in from the mainstream media. These are not my words. This is The Independent and its breaking news wires. CNN, MSNBC, Reuters, Associated Press, North Korea. Hawaii residents told to prepare for nuclear attack. Nuclear attack. As tensions reach new high. A siren warning system would give residents 12 to 15 minutes to reach a safe location. Again, I just want to point this out. Must be divine intervention while we even produce this video today. I want you to watch this video and share it. I'm sure it'll be censored. I'm sure YouTube doesn't like it because, again, they don't want you to have real information. This is what the mainstream media is telling you. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. Watch this video over here. Now, tensions have escalated quite a bit just in recent days, but recent months over. I'm just thinking this through. Again, this is all retaliation for Donald Trump striking Syria. People are like, well, what happened to Syria, Christopher? Well, this is retaliation, not by North Korea, but by a billion Chinese, nuclear-armed Russia, and Iran. This is what the retaliation is. This is why Venezuela, notice they're dropping the dollar. Notice how China is moving away from the petrodollar trade as well. They're going to back their currency, the yuan, with gold. This means war. This is why Donald Trump, the mainstream media, has the sirens blaring right now, and through predictive programming, they're telling you to prepare for the worst, because this is what we're dealing with. Hawaii residents have been told to prepare for a nuclear attack in light of increasing tensions with North Korea. State authorities have advised residents to prepare for an attack as they would as if a tsunami or hurricane hit. We're about to hit the chain of islands. Gene Ward, state representative, said that he did not want to be an alarmist, but wanted people to be prepared. Do these people watch AMTV? I don't know, because I've been called a conspiracy theorist for 10 years. For 10 years, and I've heard every name in the book. Gene Ward, state representative, mainstream media. I mean, if you're not worried about this now, you should be. It's the mainstream media telling you. And again, I know no one will take anyone serious unless they're the mainstream media, because we know they can be trusted. Let's see what this video is about. All right, so obviously that's a propaganda video of North Korea, which is, it's almost funny and comical, but you shouldn't be laughing. But as a local paper reported, a closed-door secret meeting of state officials to look at possible effects of a nuclear attack in Hawaii may have scared the public more than preparing them. Mr. Ward said younger Hawaiians were likely worried because talk of fallout shelters and drills are not issues they grew up with. Because again, everyone wants to bury their head in the sand and pretend like these things don't exist when they do. And every major professional, myself included, intelligence official, former intelligence, even now the mainstream media is telling you that a nuclear attack is coming. This is what they're saying. They're saying the West Coast United States is at risk. They say Alaska is at risk. They say Guam is at risk. They say Hawaii is at risk. Every major city in the country is at risk. Now, I remember also when people said that was fear-mongering. But now Kim Jong-un can fire a missile that hits every single major American city in the country. Every single one. He has test-fired 6 missiles recently, fired 2 of them over Japan. And these have been short-range, intermediate, and long-range missiles, all of which can be equipped with a nuclear warhead and has 10 times the impact and potentially the devastation of what we saw with Nagasaki and Hiroshima. 10 times. 10 times worse. However, the Washington Post reported that residents are not panicking. Well, that's good. You shouldn't panic. You should be prepared. That's why you should watch this video over here. Now, of course, Hawaiians are used to this with tsunami and hurricane preparation. So that's nothing new, but this is a little bit new because, again, since Pearl Harbor, what have I been warning about? The Pearl Harbor event. Trump needs the Pearl Harbor event. He's got to sell this very unpopular war. None of these people taking the knee right now are going to support the war unless there's a major catastrophe and there's a bomb and there's a nuclear attack or there's something like this to rally the American cows or the sheep all together to support this patriotic war into world war. This is what they're doing. This is what they're manufacturing. And it's why we're getting predictive programming, now overt programming from the mainstream media. And we see this in entertainment, in Hollywood, and all these kinds of things. It has been a byproduct of everything we've covered here at AMTV for 10 years. Everything. From the economic collapse, which was an engineered event to transfer that wealth from you, to the eventual reset of the debt, a bankrupt nation here, the new Rome here in the United States, which is going to reset this through war. We are due. The long history and track record of a parabolic, straight to the moon baby boomer generation is over. It is over. And now we're dealing with reality. So this just breaking just a few minutes ago on the heels of our video. They must tune into us, I don't know. Earlier this morning. Also, Russia test fires topple ICBM with new advanced warhead. People taking their eyes off the ball on Russia and Iran. These are also very big concerns because this is the enemy, folks. This is who we'll be fighting. Don't necessarily worry about Kim Jong-un, the guy with the bad haircut, North Koreans. Don't necessarily worry about them. Worry about 1 billion Chinese, nuclear armed Russia, and Iran. Russia's conducted a successful test launch of the RS-12M, topple intercontinental ballistic missile. See, people say, well, North Korea couldn't hit us, Christopher. They couldn't hit us. But you know who can? Russia. They can hit you hard. So can China. So can more than likely Iran. So don't be concerned with North Korea then. You should be, but if you think they can't do it, Russia can. They've got the technology, and they're not friends of the United States. Test launch was performed at the Kapustin Yar range in Russia's southern region, the ministry said, adding that the test warhead successfully hit its target at a range in Kazakhstan. Launch was aimed at testing the advanced combat equipment of the Russian missiles, and the experiment data obtained during the test will be used to develop prospective means of breaching enemy lines. So what they're expecting too from Trump is a preemptive attack. Well, it will, in my view, you get the Pearl Harbor moment, that'll be sold to the American public, but America's enemies know it's preemptive. Right? That's why all of this is being engineered right now. So they're looking for a preemptive strike on North Korea, which the result of that will be at least 1 million plus casualties, minimum. Just like I warned for years about the war in Syria and America's engineered intervention there and arming of terrorists and funding of terrorist organizations on the ground, Al-Qaeda, which soon became ISIS, and 1 million plus people there are dead in that part of the world. Civilians, not people defending the country, but just men, women, and children. Just like that, it's happening all over again, and it's far more serious than an isolated event just to Syria. Venezuela's dropping the dollar. List oil price and Chinese yuan. Trump has already talked about military intervention here because of that. Because if you are a country that drops the petrodollar, the United States will invade. Bottom line. So this is what we're dealing with, folks. Again, read these reports for yourself. World War III fears are mounting. And we've been reporting on this for over 10 years. Here's another report. Not my words. Some images here. Putin. Again, you should fear this man. This guy's former KGB. Kim Jong-un. Pins and needles, folks. We will keep you updated as soon as there's another missile launch, or God forbid, what we've been reporting on here, which now the mainstream media has confirmed. Get it out.